Okay, I went back and got the other one and set it back up on its side here. And bolt and washer on the end. This isn't the washer that I'm going to use because it's too big a diameter, but just to show and lock it in position and whatever. Tighten that up. There we go. Alright, so now when you, it's a little snug, set too tight. So let's take and loosen that collar up. If I can get the right Allen wrench here. The collar is set too tight. That sets, holds the screw from slopping back and forth. Still got the wrong Allen wrench. I'm going to move that over just a little, just give it just a little bit of clearance there. There, that's better. Now, I want to figure out where the end of the travel is going to be. So if I have the end of the travel here instead of out here, I kind of like to stop it right there. So I'll have to figure out some way of setting a stop. Put a stop pin in or something up on top. I have a pin coming up so that I can't go any further. And then where do I want to put the nut? Do I want to put it right in the center? Or do I want to put it out in the end? Or this end? I'm kind of voting for the center. Let's see when I come back here where it's going to be. Let's see here. I'm in the center of it. It would come back that far. Oh, we're hitting the 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 block here. So it would be able to come back that far. I don't know if I want it. You got that tailstock sitting on there. I'm kind of voting for putting it all the way to this end like that. This nut. Not sure. What does the book say? I think the book says put it in the middle. And like I say, I don't know if I want to do that. You don't really need to. You don't need the carriage to go back that far, because the tailstock is 2 inches. So that's about as far as you can come back anyway, right there. And I'd like to use this, well, I'm not, I guess the thread just wouldn't be used up there. I don't know, maybe I'm just, I just want to see where's the skirt? Where are the holes? Yep, the hole's right in the center. The holes for the skirt are right in the center of it. So, shall I deviate from the book? I have a good reason for deviating. I mean, I'd be using more of the thread, I think. Because if you get down here, right there. That's be as far as it would go. I could always put a stop pin in there, I guess, and then if I needed to go further, I could pull it out. Because otherwise, you're going off of the bed, and then you get this where. So you definitely don't want to go off of it. Maybe I should go do some reading and see. Because this was my next, I was planning on doing next, and I was thinking about moving it all the way down here. Moving it all the way down here. When it sure turns nice and smooth. Down to, there's the end of the travel, right there. What I was going to do is pack shims underneath to get this really tight up against that, because there's no way for me to clamp it. And what I was going to do is pack shims underneath it tight, lock the carriage so he can't move, and then go ahead and drill the holes. I'll have to measure over from here to there. Well, I go to the center. By lining up center lines, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark the center on here, mark the center on there, and line them up. And then if I mark the centers on both, line up the centers, then I kind of know where my hole pattern will be. And this is 2 inches 500, so 1 inch 250. 1 inch 250. Make the mark. All right, and this. Is that right? 970. Yep, 970. What's half of 970 real quick? Got a calculator right here. Point. Clear all. Point. 970 divided by 2. 485. So set this at 485. Right there, center. All right. So now from 485 over, I want to go $300. Yeah, 300 over both ways. So we'll go 300, 300. And this was 1 inch 250, so 950. And that would be the center line of the holes here, and the center line of the holes here. Now, inward. Okay. See, now here I got to take and subtract $65,000. $65. This pen doesn't want to write. This would used to be one of my best pens. 65 thou. And these blocks are both the same width. These lock nuts. And they're 875. 875. So we'll take the 65 and add that to the 875. You're probably not following because I'm not following it myself. I'm just kidding. I got a plan, I think. So it's 940 to the back edge. And we want to come in on the screw. That just seam. Because it would hit the nut. If I get too far in, it's going to hit the nut. So probably right there, it's going to hit the other screw. So 250 in, so plus the 65. So it's 315. So 315 from that edge in. All right. I don't seem right, but it is. Right there. Right there. And then, so we're at that. $650. We'll go $650. So 400,000. So 715. Right there. When I get over to the mill, I know that the distance is 400 thou apart. So that screw on this block is going to come in right here, and it's actually going to hit this screw, but it's going to be back a ways. So I have threads on that screw, and we'll have threads on this screw. That's why I was thinking about the middle, putting two in the middle, because there it wouldn't matter. I could go all the way through. I mean, I wouldn't have to worry about hitting anything. It's clear as well. And then plus I could go with maybe one size bigger screw. I'm wondering if that ain't the better solution. Instead of doing this, go 2 screws side by side. I could put 440s in, I think, then. 2 440 screws there and there. Yep, that's what I'm talking myself into it. Instead of 4 screws, I'm going to go 2 screws, 440s. They'll be right there in the center. So, and I'll use button heads. 2 button head screws right there. I think I got a plan. It's dinner time though. So, when I come back, I'm going to pack this offline. What I'm just going to do is just put shims underneath it, get it tight, and then when I come back, we'll be over in the mill and putting those holes in, and we'll see how it goes. So, I'll catch you guys later.